What you are looking at is a historic Otis elevator, but not just any Otis elevator. This elevator was saved from the scrapyard, and behind it is a story of passion and love. Here to tell the story is the owner of the elevator himself, Mr. Alex Began.
Well, those of us who grew up in Metro Detroit all at some point in our lives went to the Grand Hudsons Department Store in downtown Detroit. It's the second largest department store in America after Macy's Manhattan. Hudson's had 33 stories and 2.2 million square feet of retail space. And most notably, it had 57 elevators, all of which had operators. So as a child, I remember very fondly going every week with my parents to Hudson's for one reason or another. But the elevators were a huge part of the experience because the store was so tall, you had to get on the elevators to go wherever you wanted to go. The elevators had a very distinct sound because their doors were pneumatically operated. So you'd hear a hissing sound as the doors opened and closed. As far as the eye could see, you'd see a row of elevators. Now, all this was very firmly stuck in my mind when in 1983, the Hudson's company closed the downtown store for lack of business. It was at that point that I realized, because Detroit was not in a good condition, that eventually this building was going to be torn down and all these beautiful elevators would be lost. So that started my multi-year effort. I guess it took 12 years to finally secure two of the elevators from the Hudson's building. After talking to the successive owners of the stores, they were telling me no, 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 no. Finally, when the city of Detroit said that they were going to take the building back for unpaid property taxes, I went to the last owners and said, come on, you've got nothing to lose. And they let me take two elevators out of the building. One historic elevator and one that was modernized in the 50s. I put them in a storage locker and there they sat until my wife and I got to the point in our lives where we needed to build a new house, and my wife said, hey, stop paying rent on these stored elevators, build the house around one. And that's exactly what we did. So with the help of a very talented elevator engineer here in Detroit by the name of Otis Stark, he's now one of the co-owners of Lardner Elevator, a local elevator contractor, and another fellow named Greg Bartelt, who owned a furniture restoration company, Vogue Furniture, that was able to take all these bits and pieces I had and polish them up and make them all shiny and new. And then the architect of the house, Lou DeRosier, there were other people involved, but I'll leave it at that. A very talented team was able to resurrect this elevator. Now, we couldn't use the original machinery, both because it had been stripped by vandals in the Hudson's building, but also because the state of Michigan wouldn't let us use the old machinery even if we had it. So what we have is a very old elevator in its original setting, all original pieces, but behind the scenes, it's modern equipment. You would never know that. So what the Hudson's elevator is known for is the pneumatically controlled doors, the car switch control, the backlit position indicator with the moving arm that shows what floor it's on, and just its ornate style that takes you back to the 20s when Hudson's was the thriving department store downtown.
Let me tell you this, Alex. This man's story right here shows what a labor of love this is, and it also gets out the same message that I want to get out to everybody, that even if someone tells you you can't, even if someone tells you it's impossible, don't give up, chase your dreams. This man is proof right here that if you believe in something, you can make it happen. Now let's go ride this elevator. Now we will look at the machine room. So there you have it. That is a detailed look at Hudson's elevator. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making this, and Alex's story of passion and love is absolutely amazing. Speaking of, thank you so much, Alex, for inviting me into your home to see your elevator. You are an amazing person, and that will be it. Uh-oh, the video's over, but it doesn't have to be. You can always watch more, and you know what to do. And don't forget to subscribe and light up that bell. Until next time, bye y'all.